15 minutes now after the hour. The Coach John Limbaugh Show brought to you by Lori Darlings. And Coach, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Jim.
I was
Good
by
to see you.
Lori Darlings. I was down at the church for a funeral service at the cemetery there Wednesday. And I said, after the service, I said, when I'm this close to Lori Darlings, I got to go.
Absolutely. That's a good decision on your part.
Yeah, it's good stuff, too. And a big win for Childersburg, for Fayetteville last week against Central Coosa County. First win of the season for the Fayetteville Wolves. I know they're excited about that.
I'm so happy for our program, for our kids. You know, they've been working hard all year. And we're a young team, but when you see those dividends pay off, it's very nice for head ball coach to have this win for your kids. It's a lot of fun for them.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Bible talks about a merry heart doeth good like a medicine. A win does good too.
Absolutely, it creates a merry heart. Absolutely, but our kids deserved it, and they really played a great ball game. I thought defensively, with some more things we left on the table offensively, but I thought defensively we played a good game, and offensively did what we had to do to secure the win at the end of the ball game in the fourth quarter. But I thought that Coosa really they were in full force. Had a couple kids we hadn't seen on film in a couple of weeks. Didn't know if they were going to play. I guess they got back from
Here they are.
from being sick or whatever was the deal on that. And they were in full force, and they have some really good players. They got a quarterback that aired one out on a dot for about 60-yard pass, and they're a formidable foe. And as they come on through the years, they're going to be a hard team to beat.
Talk about the first half of the win over Central Coosa County last week.
First half, we did some things quite well. We didn't start off good. We fumbled the opening kickoff return.
Oh, that's not good.
but we held them and didn't let them in. But we moved on from there and scored some points. Scored 14 first half points. I thought we moved the ball well. Our quarterback looked good, moving the football. Landon Payton did a marvelous job, and we were able to establish the run. And that's one thing you can win football games when you can establish the run and keep their offense off the field and tire their defense out. That's what we like to do. That's what any coach likes to do. And so we were able to get that accomplished. And we during the course of the game, 5 times Coosa got in the red zone and couldn't score. 5 times we allowed them. We still fumbled the ball too much, Jimmy. We laid the ball down and fumbled the ball 4 times. So we got to cut that out if we want to win this week. But our kids did overcome that. I've defined our kids this year as resilient. They are. We lost the first half of the season, and they were resilient. They came back to practice Monday after Monday, ready to go, working hard. And I love them for that and appreciate them so much for that. So we got a great group of kids, and the second half of the season's turning around for us.
Yeah, the second half of the season a little kinder schedule-wise as well, too. We play Woodland tonight, but against Central Coosa County, team in your red zone, in the red zone 5 times or 4 or 5 times and not getting anything off of it. That does say a lot for your defense that they made the stand and made the stop.
No, I'm so proud for Coach Reed. He works so hard and does such a marvelous job on the defensive side of the ball. And those kids, they were hitting hard and they were tackling, they were wrapping up, they were gang tackling, they were doing exactly what needs to be done to get a win. And defense did that thing for us last week.
No doubt about it. And tonight it is Woodland on the road. And I guess that puts a little more spring in the step of the players after a W, right?
It does. They're excited about it. And they know if they play well, they can get another win tonight. But I tell you what, they're a formidable foe. Woodland has a really good quarterback, tall, can deliver the football. They got a couple of good running backs, and it'll be all we can do to go into Woodland. We've won there before, and we've had times where we've lost there because they got a good football program. They got a new coach this year, and he's excited about what he's bringing to the table and what they're trying to accomplish and do within his program. So getting a win is going to be big for him. I haven't heard, but this part of the year it's liable to be a senior night kind of a deal or homecoming or something this time of the year.
Usually is, isn't it?
You never know. So we're full of expectations on a rival. We're going to leave early, get there in plenty of time, and hopefully we'll bring our A game with us.
Woodland over the years has had some good football teams. I remember Coach Strand was there for a number of years, and they won a lot of games under him. Been in a rebuild mode here recently.
Right.
Tonight, you can't afford the turnovers that you had last week against Central.
No, we just can't. You don't expect to win many ball games when you turn the ball over 4 times, and it's been a problem with us all year. We didn't do that much against Thorsby, but then we get back to laying the ball on the turf.
Again,
last
really,
week.
you should have beat Thorsby.
Right,
Put it on the table.
Three ways we could have won that ball game, and just take one of them away and we win. But it was that close. It was a great ball game, great bat, and that's the last 2, Jimmy. We played 4 quarters. All the other games this year, we'd play a first half or we'd play a second half. But we put them all together against Thorsby. We put them all together against Coosa. We got to do the same thing tonight if we want to win the ball game.
No doubt about it. Player that stood out last week in the win over Central Coosa County?
Well, we had several players I thought did a really great job. I'm going to say Cadence Barrett. Really, I thought Cadence played a great ball game. Defensively, he was hitting hard and making tackles, but offensively, we went with a heavy package the most of the second half, put him in at quarterback because he's tough as old pine knot. And I tell you what, he's a farm boy. He works hard. He's a hard worker. He enjoys a good hard labor. I mean, he gets out there and works. So on the football field, it's nothing for him just to take pounding after pounding. And I knew he could do that, and we put him in, and he ran that football over and over and over. And at the end of the game, he was kneeling on it a couple of times to secure the win. We got down into the red zone, made a long drive, just pounding it, and we just knelt on it. I'm really proud of Cadence. I really am.
Just give him the ball and let him go, right?
Absolutely.
All right, it is Fayetteville tonight on the road to Woodland, and there's some place that you go, there's never an easy route to take, and that's one of them tonight.
That's absolutely right. It's it's toward Georgia.
Yeah.
And it's
not far from the Georgia border.
No, you're closer to Atlanta than you are Birmingham at that point, but it's over there close, and we're still on our timetable. We're still on Central Time, but anyway, it's a great place. They got a great facility there, but I would eat before I got down there if I was the crowd going. But we want to thank our fans. They're always so gracious to be there. They're all in full support, and I appreciate them. I really do. It's big to be a Fayetteville Wolf because you're going to have that support in the stands behind you every single time, and I really appreciate them.
Win or lose,
win or lose, they're there, and they're in full support, and I appreciate them so much. Absolutely.
Being the athletic director, you've got your hands on all the sports programs at Fayetteville, and volleyball been going on this week too.
Absolutely, they've done a great job. Went to the area championship last night, and it ended our season. But I'd like to say that our girls just played phenomenal all year. They had a great year. There was so much fun to watch. Coach Sherbert did such a great job with him and our other coaches as well. And I'm just so proud of what they accomplished this week. And hey, we got basketball on the table now. That's coming, and had a basketball meeting last night, as a matter of fact. And I'm excited about what Coach Moore's going to do with our boys. They won 12 games last year. We hadn't won 12 games in the last 4 or 5 years, and he did a great job. And if we could do something with our head girls coach, we'd be all right. I'll do.
Well, just keep working it, Coach. Keep working
Absolutely, but our girls are phenomenal, and they're going to do a great job. We're going to win a lot of games this year.
Despite the coach, right?
That's right, despite the coach. If I move out of the way, those girls will do great.
Yeah. Now, kind of a look ahead to next week. You got a Thursday game against B.B. Comer next week.
Yeah, against our area champion, B.B. Comer, and they're playing some great football, and we're going to win a game tonight, and then we're going to play them Thursday night.
Why not Thursday night?
Coach Fawcett asked me to move it, and that's fine because we got 2 teams in our region, Mumford and B.B. Comer, going to the playoffs, and we wanted to support Comer and what they're doing, what they're trying to accomplish, and
that's the way it should work, isn't it?
Right, that's right, and because we care about all our county schools, and they don't have a Week 10 game. They played a Week 0 game, so they don't have a Week 10 game. So I didn't mind doing that at all, and give me a chance to be home with my beautiful wife on Friday night.
There you go. Finally, before we go this morning, the do's and don'ts that you have to take care of tonight against Woodland.
The do's would be run that football, establish the ground game, and don't fumble the ball. Don't leave the ball on the ground.
Coach John Limbaugh, always a pleasure to have Coach Limbaugh with us on every Friday morning, brought to you by Lori Darlings in Fayetteville and Childersburg. I guess they still feeding you, ain't they?
Absolutely, doing a great job, and looking forward to the meal this afternoon.
There you go. Coach John Limbaugh Show brought to you by Lori Darlington, Fayetteville, and in Childersburg. More Daybreak coming up right after this.